For years, Egypt lived under foreign rule. In the north, the Hyksos held power, and Egypt waited for someone to rise. Every day, the people felt the weight of foreign rule. Taxes were demanded, and resistance could bring the soldiers to your door. But in the south, in the city of Thebes, whispers of resistance were growing. Egypt had not forgotten its strength. In Thebes, a young prince named Ahmose was growing up. He would inherit not only a throne, but a war. The time for waiting was ending. Ahmose began preparing the army that would challenge Hyksos' power in the north. From Thebes, soldiers gathered beneath Ahmose's banner. Infantry, archers, and chariot forces prepared to march north. Then the march began. Ahmose and his army moved north, toward the heart of Hyksos' power. Before them stood Avaris, the powerful Hyksos stronghold. To take it, Ahmose would have to break through its defenses. Then Ahmose gave the order. The Egyptian attack began, and the battle for Avaris was underway. Through the dust, the Egyptian chariots charged forward, driving toward the enemy lines as the battle erupted around them. At the walls, the fighting became brutal. Every step forward was contested, but Ahmose's army refused to retreat. The defenses began to weaken. Ahmose saw the opening and ordered his soldiers forward. The line finally broke. Egyptian soldiers poured through the breach, and the battle moved inside Avaris. Now the battle had reached the heart of Avaris. Street by street, Ahmose's army pushed. The Hyksos line was collapsing. Their soldiers began retreating from Avaris, but Ahmose was not finished. Avaris had fallen. The Hyksos stronghold was no longer in their hands, and Ahmose had won a victory that would change Egypt forever. But victory at Avaris was not the end. Ahmose pursued the retreating Hyksos, determined to drive them completely from Egypt. Ahmose drove the retreating Hyksos beyond Egypt's borders, carrying the war eastward into the lands of the Levant. The Hyksos made one final stand. Ahmose gathered his forces and ordered the attack. The Egyptian line held, the Hyksos retreated, and Ahmose emerged victorious, securing Egypt's freedom and changing its history forever. After years of war, Ahmose and his army returned home. Egypt had survived, and a new chapter was about to begin. Across Egypt, the news spread quickly. The people celebrated the return of their army and the hope of a free Egypt. After the victory, Ahmose took his place as king. A new dynasty was rising, and Egypt was entering a powerful new age. Victory was only the beginning. Ahmose now had to rebuild Egypt, strengthen its army, and restore a kingdom exhausted by years of conflict. From the victory of Ahmose, a new era emerged. Egypt grew stronger, and the foundation of the new kingdom had been laid. Ahmose did more than defeat an enemy. He reunited Egypt, founded a new royal era, and set the stage for one of the most powerful periods in Egyptian history. Even after Avaris fell, Ahmose continued the fight. At Sharuhen, the Egyptian army laid siege to the remaining Hyksos stronghold. After a long siege, Sharuhen finally fell. The Hyksos resistance had been driven far from the heart of Egypt. After years of war, Ahmose finally turned his army toward home. Egypt had been reunited, and its king was returning victorious. When Ahmose returned to Thebes, the city erupted in celebration. The war was over, and Egypt had its king. Yet behind the celebration was a heavy truth. Egypt's freedom had been bought through years of war and the sacrifice of countless soldiers. From the ashes of war, a new era dawned. Ahmose's victory marked the beginning of Egypt's new kingdom, the age of an empire. Kingdoms rise, kingdoms fall. But some names survived the centuries. The name of Ahmose remained.